Hello and welcome. Today we're going to be looking at the paid mod Lyra. This mod costs 400 credits, so it's not too expensive. 400 credits is relatively cheap, and we're just going to be reviewing this for its content and, seeing what audience this is going to play with. So if you don't want to watch the full thing, I wasn't too much of a fan of it, but it's not for like any objective reasons. It wasn't like causing issues with my game or anything like that. It's just the character kind of didn't speak to me in a way that pulled me into her story. But let's go ahead and take a look at her. The first thing you're going to do, if you do happen to get this mod, she is right outside Jemison Mercantile, so she's very centrally located, and in fact she's going to get your attention. I did get a bug when I first loaded up, but it did resolve itself.
Hey, Mr. Spaceship Captain! Yeah, you with the shiny ship, over here! If you can hear me, blink thrice or just nod. I'll take any sign. Hey, you look like someone who knows their way around a temporal phase adjuster, am I right?
Your texturing's not quite correct, but your mouth is moving, so I guess that's a plus. That texture issue resolved itself immediately for me, so upon ending the dialogue and starting up again, the texture completely fixed itself. I haven't seen it reprise since that incident itself when I first met her. Most people have not experienced that. It could be just because I'm like on the Xbox Series S and it doesn't have as good processor speed. As far as the lip sync goes, majority of companions do not have any lip sync, and that's because BGS outsourced the lip sync to a third party, and the software to do that lip sync is like, I believe it's, I read somewhere it's about $900. So I assume that this modder did purchase the lip sync, and it's probably their first time using the software itself. So I'm not going to really hold it against them, considering that the vast majority of companions out there have no lip sync whatever. So a little bit misaligned on the lip sync. I'm going to go ahead and forgive that, but let's see what else Lyra has to say.
Hey there, Captain. What's the plan today?
Good. Let's just go through your questions.
Sure thing. I'm all ears. Yeah, my folks are still back on Mars. Mom's the overseer of our mining colony. She's pretty much in charge of the whole operation. And Dad? He's the go-to mechanic. He can fix anything from a rusty drill to a very temperamental robot. And I had a sister. We were really close. Incredibly close. It's just, she's gone now.
Like dead? Or... I'm sorry to hear that. What happened to her?
It's still a bit raw for me, so maybe we could save that story for another time. Oh, I did what any true adventure seeker would do. I snuck on board a trader ship just as they were leaving our colony, tucked myself away behind some bulky cargo. Before I knew it, bam! We were soaring through space! Well, my mom figured out I was missing pretty quick and hailed the ship. It took some quick thinking to convince her and the trader that I should stay on board.
They took you in?
Yeah, after convincing them I could be useful, they showed me the ropes. Navigation, ship maintenance, handling a gun, you name it. Felt like I was really starting to get the hang of it too.
What made them leave you in New Atlantis?
That might have something to do with the little cooking incident. There I was, trying to spice up dinner with some random seasoning I found stashed in a cargo hold. Everyone starts bouncing off the walls, supercharged with energy, and next thing you know, Captain's prized possessions are flying out the airlock. Turns out the seasoning was something called Aurora? That apparently sealed my fate, and they dropped me off in New Atlantis.
Okay, so she accidentally poisoned everyone with Aurora. So that's basically a summary of the character Lyra. Now, me on a personal level, that character kind of didn't compel me to want to dive deeper into the character and get to know who she is. She kind of, I don't know how to put it, but it just wasn't a compelling character for me in particular. You might find it very enjoyable. One of the positive notes I'd like to move to next is the things or the gifts she gives you as captain. So they're a little bit better than a lot of the other companions, and you'll actually catch that in the clip coming up ahead.
All right. So you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That kind of thing? Got it, Captain. I'll keep my eyes peeled for anything that might make your day. Oh, just don't forget to return the favor now and then. Oh, and this one's for you. Just a little something to get the ball rolling.
Oh, plutonium. So she does come with a quest as well. It takes a little bit of sleep time to actually trigger it. For me, it was 7 days I slept on Venus. Now, I will say I did cut this from a live stream I did, so I will be commenting on the lip sync again. That was just live reaction of me noticing that the lip sync is kind of off. So I'm not trying to repeat myself here, it's just I cut it from a live stream and I can't get rid of that audio. But this is the dialogue from her quest giving.
Certainly, I love our talks. Yeah, I think I'm ready to talk about Ava now. She was the bold one, always trying to fix things, make the colony better, but she stepped on some bad toes. People who didn't want things to change. There was this brood, Charlie Almeida, surrounded by low-life friends. They were deep in some dirty business, smuggling and worse. Ava tried to blow the whistle on them, and it didn't end well. Ava was found shot in the head, discarded like she meant nothing. Just like that.
One thing I would say is the mouth is not lined up
before anyone could stop
to, it's not synced properly.
Thanks. Ava meant the world to me. Even if we knew exactly where they were, we were just minors. We wouldn't stand a chance against those gangsters. But as it happens, my previous crew also had run-ins with Charlie. They know exactly where he's holed up. I don't know. Someday I hope to have the courage and firepower to do something about it. You would do that? It means a lot, but I can't let you risk your life for my sake.
Let's just go do it.
Thank you. This means everything to me.
See what I mean? The mouth's not synced properly.
So this quest takes you to an abandoned mine. I checked a couple other people's reviews, and it seems to always take you to the same abandoned mine. A little bit of feedback I would give to the mod creator on this is if you're going to take someone to one of the procedurally generated locations, is I would probably choose a more rare procedurally generated location. I'm sure anyone that has gone through the Unity has seen the abandoned mine probably at least twice, if not more. And then as far as the quest goes, it's pretty straightforward. It's like go through the mine, kill the bad guy, and it's done. A little bit of dialogue afterwards. I wish they would have gave a little bit of voice acting to the villain. I think that probably would have made the quest seem a little bit more unique in the game itself. So the whole quest itself kind of almost felt like a procedurally generated quest. It was like very straightforward. Go to this location, you've been here a couple times, kill this guy, and then we move on. So I was hoping for a little bit more out of the quest itself. But as far as reviewing Lyra, she has great stats, so I will say that is a plus. She has great stats. She would be perfectly fine on in one of your outposts or on your ship, and she would be much of a benefit in either place. Also, she does have great gifts that she does give. She tends to give you rarer types of ore, so that's a nice plus. I think the model is done very well. Like, she's aesthetically pleasing. She doesn't look, plain. She looks like someone took some care in crafting Lyra a little bit. Another place where this mod does shine is the voice acting. The voice acting is actually done very well. There's over 800 lines of voice acting done for this. A lot of the one-liners are very good. I wish there would be a little bit more dynamic voice acting, like if I show up on the key, maybe she has like a different dialogue. I didn't see much of that when I was playing with her. And as far as that goes, I mean, that's something, you can patch later on. Is this worth $4? Absolutely. $4 is like next to nothing when it comes to money. Like, I can't even get a meal for $4. So there's that. It's worth 400 credits or $4. Is this where I would say that this mod is weak is I don't know if Lyra is a compelling character. She seems like kind of goofy and serious at the same time, and it just makes me kind of uninterested in her. Like, she seemed, I don't know how to put it, but she's just not a very compelling character for me. I'm sure a lot of people might find her a lot more compelling. That's why I kind of showed a good bit of the dialogue, because some people might be interested in this character. It just was not a compelling character. It didn't want me to learn more about her. But I do have some one-liners coming up for you, so you can hear some of the one-liners, because she does have a lot of one-line stuff that happens while you're in combat, which I think is pretty well done. Like, that's a very good aspect of that, and that's probably a main aspect of any companion you have. So I'll be showing that up soon, but if you listen this far, please give me a like and subscribe. I do appreciate them, and they do help motivate me to do more mod reviews and make more videos like this. But as always, I do appreciate it, and go ahead and enjoy the couple little one-liners I do have coming up.
This outpost is a real gem, hidden away on this gorgeous planet. Oh, Captain, my Captain, what can I do for ya? Bye for now. I bet that would look great in our cargo hold. What? That's that. Ow, 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 ow. Ooh, time out. That's gonna leave a mark. And that's that.
It's a crying shame that these here vermin didn't learn any manners.